Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. So, if your Whirlpool dishwasher is acting up, maybe it's not cleaning, not draining, or just plain refusing to start, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to troubleshoot the most common issues these machines throw at you. Good news is, a lot of these problems you can fix yourself without dropping hundreds on a service call. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group, links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. Now, here's the deal. I've been working on these Whirlpool dishwashers for years, and I brought in some expertise from my buddy Dan Ellison, who's been repairing these things in Rhode Island for decades. Safety first, people. This takes just 2 minutes but could save your life. Unplug that dishwasher or flip the breaker off before you start any work. Turn off the water supply valve under your sink, too. It's usually a simple quarter turn. Trust me, you don't want to be standing in a puddle of soapy water while troubleshooting electrical issues. All right, so the number one issue I see with these Whirlpool dishwashers, they won't drain. You open that door expecting squeaky clean dishes, and instead you're looking at a mini swimming pool in the bottom. This is especially common with Quiet Partner 3 models. Here are the five main culprits in order of likelihood. First, clogged filters with food debris. Second, blocked drain hose. Third, failed drain pump. Fourth, faulty float switch that's stuck telling the dishwasher it's empty when it's not. And fifth, a malfunctioning control board disrupting the drain cycle. Oh, and here's something that catches people off guard. If you've got a garbage disposal, make sure that knockout plug was actually removed when they installed the dishwasher. Can't tell you how many times I've seen that little plastic disc blocking everything up. You're looking at anywhere from $15 for a new drain hose to maybe 400 if that control board needs replacing. But here's how you prevent most of these headaches. Rinse your dishes before loading them, clean those filters regularly, and don't go crazy with the detergent. Too many suds can actually cause drainage problems. Another major complaint I get, the dishwasher runs through its whole cycle, but the dishes come out looking like they went through a gentle mist instead of a proper wash. It's frustrating as heck, right? This usually comes down to a few key components. Your spray arms might be clogged up with food particles or mineral deposits. I had this customer last month whose spray arms looked like they hadn't been cleaned in years, completely blocked with hard water buildup. The water inlet valve can also fail, which means you're not getting enough water pressure for a good wash. Sometimes it's the circulation pump motor that's struggling to push water through the system. Don't forget about those filters either. If they're gunked up, water can't flow properly. The soap dispenser might not be opening at the right time, so your detergent isn't getting released when it should. Here's something most people don't think about. Your water temperature needs to be between 120 and 150 degrees coming into that dishwasher. Quick test. Run your kitchen faucet for 30 seconds, then check the water temperature with a thermometer or just see if it's hot enough to make tea. Cold water just won't clean effectively, no matter how fancy your detergent is. Parts wise, you might need new spray arms for 30 to 230, or if it's the circulation pump, you're looking at 100 to $300. Nothing's more annoying than loading up your dishwasher, pressing start, and getting absolutely nothing. No lights, no sounds, just dead silence. This one can drive you nuts because there are so many possible causes. Sometimes it's something simple. The door isn't latched properly, or you've got the delayed start activated and don't realize it. Control lock might be engaged, which is basically child safety mode. The dishwasher could be in sleep mode, waiting for you to wake it up. I remember helping this lady named Tanya Marie in our Facebook group. She was convinced her Gold Series dishwasher was completely dead. Turned out to be a worn out door latch that wasn't telling the dishwasher it was safe to start. 22 to 137 bucks fixed that problem. But it could also be more complex stuff: blown thermal fuse, faulty door switch, problems with the water supply, or even the touch panel giving up. Power supply issues are common too. Here's a quick trick that works surprisingly often. First, unplug the dishwasher completely for exactly 10 minutes. While you're waiting, press and hold the start button for 5 seconds to discharge any stored power. Then plug it back in and try starting a cycle. Sometimes these control boards just need a complete reset to get their act together. So your dishwasher's washing fine, but everything comes out soaking wet. That's usually a heating or drying system problem. The heating element might be shot. That's the component that warms up the air to help evaporate water off your dishes. Could be the vent fan isn't working, so humid air has nowhere to go. High limit thermostat can fail too, which basically tells the heating element when to turn on and off. Sometimes it's just loose wiring on that heating element. Here's something people overlook. If your incoming water temperature is too low, the whole drying process suffers. The dishwasher uses that hot water to create steam, and steam helps with drying. Also, make sure you're selecting the heated dry option if your model has it. Sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised. Whirlpool actually recommends using rinse aid to improve drying. That stuff helps water sheet off dishes instead of forming droplets. The heating element replacement runs about 20 to 120 bucks, but if it's the control panel causing the issue, you're looking at 100 to 450. Water pooling around your dishwasher is never a good sign. I learned this one the hard way when I had a trainee help me reassemble a door after replacing a detergent dispenser. Kid didn't tighten the door screws properly, created a gap with the door gasket, and boom, water everywhere. Most leaks come from worn out seals or damaged door gaskets. The door gasket is that rubber strip that seals the door when it's closed. Over time, it can crack or warp. Fill hoses and drain hoses can develop leaks, especially where they connect to the dishwasher. Float switch problems can cause overfilling, which leads to leaks. The water inlet valve might be stuck open, letting too much water in. Don't forget to check that diverter seal grommet. It's a small part, but it can cause big problems when it fails. Door gaskets run about 25 to 100 bucks depending on your model. Most of these fixes are pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of finding exactly where that water's coming from. When your dishwasher starts sounding like a freight train or making grinding noises, something's definitely wrong. Usually, it's a moving part that's either obstructed or wearing out. The drain pump might be clogged with debris. I've pulled everything from bottle caps to pieces of broken dishes out of those pumps. Spray arms can hit dishes that aren't loaded properly, creating that banging sound. The impeller system can get jammed up with food particles or small objects. Sometimes spray arms get loose and wobble around during the wash cycle. Here's my 3 step noise diagnosis. First, if it's a new noise, something definitely changed. Step 1, stop the cycle and check if dishes shifted to block the spray arms. Step 2, look for small objects that fell through the rack. Remove the bottom rack and check the sump area. Step 3, restart the cycle and listen to pinpoint exactly when during the wash the noise happens. This tells us which component is struggling. Parts range from 30 bucks for new spray arms up to about 230 for the fancier models. This problem usually shows up as dishes not getting clean, but when you look closer, you realize those spray arms aren't spinning or spraying like they should. 3 main culprits here: clogged spray arms, water supply problems, or a busted circulation pump motor. The Gold Series dishwashers seem particularly prone to this issue. Start by pulling out those spray arms and checking the holes. They get plugged up with food debris and mineral deposits all the time. Water supply pressure might be too low, or the water inlet valve isn't opening properly. If those spray arms are clean and your water pressure is good, but you're still not getting spray action, that circulation pump motor might be done for. You can test it with a multimeter if you're comfortable doing electrical diagnostics. The pump's usually the expensive part here, 100 to 300 bucks for the circulation motor system. But spray arms are cheap, 30 to 230 depending on which ones you need. When your dishwasher runs through its cycle but never actually fills with water, you've got a supply issue. The water inlet valve is usually the prime suspect. It's supposed to open up and let water flow in when the dishwasher calls for it. These valves can get clogged with sediment or just fail electronically. Float switch can also cause this problem. If it's stuck in the full position, it tells the control board not to add more water even when the tub is bone dry. Sometimes it's the control board itself not sending the signal to open that water valve. Could be a wiring issue between the control board and the valve. Don't forget to check your home's water supply. If you've got low pressure or the water's been shut off for repairs, that'll definitely cause filling problems. Water inlet valve replacement runs 30 to 120 bucks. Float switches are about 35 to 80. If it's a control board issue, you're looking at the higher end of the cost spectrum. All right, so here's another issue I see all the time with Whirlpool dishwashers. The soap dispenser just stops working properly. You can see on the screen right now what we're dealing with here. Now, here's the thing about these Whirlpool dishwasher soap dispensers. When they start acting up, it's usually one of 3 things. Trust me on this one, I've replaced more of these dispensers than I care to admit. First thing we're going to check is if the dispenser door is actually opening during the wash cycle. Don't ask me how I know that, but sometimes homeowners think their dispenser is broken when really it's just a clogged latch mechanism. The most common culprits here are going to be a faulty dispenser actuator, a broken spring mechanism, or buildup of detergent residue that's preventing the door from opening properly. Here's what I've learned over the years. These dispensers typically run anywhere from about 40 to 190 bucks depending on your model. All right, so what we're going to do is remove the bottom dish rack, locate that dispenser assembly, and check for any obvious clogs or damage to the actuator arm. You can see the most affected models on the screen right now. These are the ones I work on most frequently. The Quiet Partner series shows up in my service calls constantly, especially for drainage issues. Gold series dishwashers seem to have more problems with spray arm failures and cleaning issues. The units displayed here represent the bulk of service calls I get for Whirlpool dishwashers. What you'll notice is that certain model lines have recurring problems. It's usually related to specific design choices or component suppliers from that production period. Rather than memorizing specific model numbers, focus on the symptoms and troubleshooting steps we covered. Most of these repairs apply across the entire Whirlpool dishwasher lineup. That's how you tackle the most common Whirlpool dishwasher problems. Here's your quick reference checklist. Always start with the free fixes, proper dish loading, clean filters monthly, check door seals, and verify water temperature is 120, 150 degrees. Then move to the simple parts, spray arms, door gaskets, and drain hoses. Finally, tackle the complex components like pumps and control boards if needed. Remember, 70% of dishwasher problems are solved with the first three steps. Remember, some of these parts can get pricey, so don't be afraid to get a second opinion if you're looking at expensive control board replacements. Way cheaper to pay someone like me for a diagnostic than to throw parts at a problem that might have a simple solution. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your dishwasher working again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.